become aware when of what you had when you was in college? Like, did you understand the position that you was in? Like, man, I'm in a position to change a lot of stuff. Like, I can be the next one out of my high school to go to the league, anything like that. Was it a eye-opening moment that happened to make you really start focusing or anything like that?
Man, to be completely honest, I look back at it now, I wasn't grateful.
Okay.
I was the type, if you didn't hit your goal, you failed. Like my mindset was awful in high school. It was positive, but say in high school I scored 2 touchdowns. I'll never be happy for it because I'm like, man, I should have had 3. I should have had 4.
Oh, yeah. You was always competing, huh?
I was always. So I went to BG, Bowling Green State University. So that's D1. It's in the MAC. My goal in life was to be in the Big Ten. I always wanted to go to Iowa, Nebraska. Pitt at the time was in the Big East. Like, I always wanted to go to those bigger schools. And I went to the MAC. I was like, shoot, like, I wasn't really grateful. I was like, man, I'm here playing D1 football, but it was like, it's not at the level I wanted to. So I wasn't grateful for it. It was crazy. Wasn't grateful at all for it. And I look back now, like, man, you was in the same position as them cats.
Yeah.
But I was in my own head, and literally from jump, it was like, okay. And it started to catch on more like senior year of high school. I'm like, all right, I see our schedule. All right, we get to play Michigan, we get to play the bigger school. So I'm like, okay, I see it. But yeah, at the time, I was ungrateful in that matter. It was crazy.
Man, that's crazy. Because, man, it's odd that you saying that you was ungrateful just due to the fact that you was there and I'm quite sure you was grateful, but it wasn't what you wanted to be. So subconsciously, I'm quite sure you was grateful, but like openly, you wanted, the fame.
But you gotta think though. You gotta think. In my school, like, we got cats from the O State, West Virginia, like Michigan, like, so you going to a MAC school at my school, which the name is like D2. So it was like, you're right, the fame, like, you wasn't getting the love, like, oh, you gonna wear BG? Oh, that's a cool little school. That's how cats in the city, because literally we had dudes go to the MAC like that.
Yeah.
But our standard was just, if you don't go to O State or Michigan State, man, you whack for real.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
So it was just a high standard, because, man, when you think about it, like the next level from after college, like the big leagues, the NFL is composed of the majority of like small schools. You know what I mean?
I wasn't thinking that back then.
Yeah, because most of the time, man, we want to be on ESPN every other night. You know what I mean?
Yep.
We want to be on ESPN, but not understanding that, man, if I just dominate the competition next to me, the numbers that I put up is going to speak for themselves.
Yup. It would have amplified. You coming from a MAC school and you locking down somebody at a big school.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't thinking that.
Well, it don't even per se got to be, locking them down when you play in the big school. If you putting up numbers, they're going to be like, man, what's these numbers? You know what I mean?
Yep.
What are these numbers we talking about?
Wasn't thinking that at all.
Yeah. So would you say if you was back in that situation, what would you do different? You know what I mean?
Man, if I was back at that situation, listen, I'd have bled BG. I would have bled it. I mean, like, in my veins. Like, I would have literally I'd have did everything in college so much different, man. So much different. I'd just took every practice like it was my last, because I didn't. I was for granted.
What about like the college life, man? How was the college life? Did you get engulfed in, the partying and all that, or was you, man, I gotta do my sit-ups, man. I gotta get my sit-ups. I gotta get my push-ups in. Was you going crazy about the football at that time because you understood your position, or you was just like, I'm here, man. Let me enjoy the college. Or did you even think about
I wasn't a big partier. I wasn't. I was
that?
the
Okay.
type. Yeah, I was the type. I'm like, man, I got to get focused in this season. Once I'm in it, I'm in game mode.
Yeah.
Game mode, and I was engulfed in it as far as like work ethic, but I was in my own head. I would stress myself out. I was my worst enemy. Worst
Mm.
enemy. Worst enemy. People would try to help me. I'd be a little prideful, ego. I didn't have a great relationship with the coaches. Wasn't disrespectful, but I just didn't trust anybody. I just had
Yeah.
I didn't have great rapport with any of my coaches.
Mm. Mm.
I look back at it now. I used to blame them.
Yeah.
I look back at it. I gotta take responsibility because I never even opened up or put down that wall for them. Never put down that wall for them. Never. It was like they had to get through to me, and I'm like, they the ones who recruited me. Like, and I'm putting up a wall. Like, nah. Like,
They wanted me.
yeah,
And I'm
like
blocking them.
they try to have a conversation with me, and I keep it, man, so short. I mean, I'm talking about a sentence or two. Good,
Man.
great, yeah. Like, it was all.
Oh man. So was that the only school? Did you go on a recruiting trip there? Did you take any other trips or anything?
I took one visit, and that was to them. And then
Okay.
I will never ever recommend that for anybody. Like, take all your visits. I had multiple offers, but I literally just took one visit from them. They were the first school actually to ever offer me. They offered me my junior year in high school, like right after my junior football season. They offered me like in February, and at that time I didn't even know what a scholarship was. They was like, come down on this junior day. We want you to see the campus. I knew about BG because my grandpa, my uncle went there. He never played football or nothing, so he would take me to the football games and stuff. And I was a sports junkie. You younger, following players.
Yeah.
And happened to be there, and they gave me a scholarship right that day. And I was like, wait, y'all want me to play? And my dad, like, do you understand? Like, they just offered you a scholarship. Like, I'm like, for how much, though? He was like, it's D1, it's full ride. Like, it was crazy. It was a good day. Like, my mom, she was crying when I got back home. She like, we ain't got to pay for school. Like, it was big.
Man, that's huge, man. That's huge. So you took, man, what went on the trip? You had a good time on the trip?
Man, it was love. It was love. You know how the recruitment trips be. You get in there, you got the hotel room. Shoot, man, it was love, man. Some of the dudes, they take you out around the campus, show you how it is, the parties. It was good. But that's not what sold me for real on it.
Okay.
Even though that was my only trip, it wasn't like, man, I'm coming here just to kick it. It was just we had a solid team. Like, we had a solid team. I liked the position I was gonna be in. We had a lot of upperclassmen, so I'm like, all right, that leave a spot for me. So it was a good scenario.
What about the schedule? When you was coming in, did anything appeal to you about the schedule? Like any other big names besides when you got to your senior year?
Oh, you mean like as far as like football opponents?
Yeah, because what really swayed me to come to UC, because I went to junior college, so I only had 2 years left. And man, they showed me the schedule, Ohio State and Wisconsin on the schedule. I was like, but they didn't show me the fifth year safety that I was gonna be competing against. That was an All-American punt returner like 3 years in a row. So I mean, there was some loyalty there that they had to fulfill. But he was good though. He was cold. But I didn't know about him. But that schedule in itself, I was like, that schedule alone can get me into the NFL if I have with some good games.
See, I don't think it was more so the schedule, because with the MAC, man, we always play two big schools in the beginning. Like, we went against Boise State, like I said, Michigan, went against Florida. We always play some big schools up front. In the beginning, it wasn't really more so the schedule. It was I just had like the environment, man. It was
Yeah.
more so, it was funny. It was in the country, but it still was close enough to the city. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna be focused. I'm gonna be, they had great weight room facilities. So it was more of that for me.
Nice. Nice. How was school for you? Adapting to school?